Good morning, and welcome to your local weather update for Puerto Rico. Coming to you live on this Friday, April 3rd, 2026. Our top story today involves the immediate coastal hazards affecting our beautiful island. The National Weather Service in San Juan has issued a series of warnings for our north and eastern facing beaches. While in the recent heavy swells are finally beginning to subside, we are still facing dangerous life-threatening rip currents throughout the holiday weekend. These conditions are being driven by a powerful athletic high-pressure system which is pushing strong, persistent easterly winds across our coastal lines. For your safety, authorities strongly urge everyone to avoid entering the water at high-risk beaches and requires that all small crafts remain in port until conditions improve. Looking back at the climate trends of the past year, we have seen how quickly our weather can shift. Just last August, during the 2025 hurricane season, the island was impacted by the outer bands of Hurricane Erin. Though the storms did not make a direct landfall, it brought an impressive 4 to 7 inches of rain to our interior and southern regions. In under 48 hours, while that caused some temporary flooding, it ultimately served as a virtual drought buster, successfully replenishing our island's reservoirs. Fast forward to January of this year and we saw a return to drift patterns. Roughly 15% of the island faced abnormally dry conditions which put a significant strain on water infrastructure in the north, at least in those areas. Smaller water intakes struggle to maintain levels, impacting local agricultures and river stream flow. It is a stark reminder of the delicate balance between feast or famine in our tropical climate. We will continue to monitor the current swell development and bring you more updates as they become available. Thank you for tuning in to your local weather report, and now we will be leaving you with Diego Caban.
Thank you, partner. We're here directly from Rio Grande, where the municipality announced a strong safety plan for Holy Week. Emergency crews will patrol beaches and rivers to keep everyone safe. Authorities will also have rescue units and ambulance ready to go in case of any emergency. Officials are asking everyone to follow safety warnings and stay alert. The goal is to prevent accidents and protect both residents and tourists. Now, we're moving directly to Cataño, where they rejected a proposal to transfer Palo Seco to the community. The mayor, Julio Alicea Vasallo, called the idea unacceptable and said the community was never consulted. The proposal came from a Senate resolution suggesting the change for service efficiency. However, the mayor insisted that these decisions have to be consulted with the people of Cataño and the mayor himself. Officials say the measure is unlikely to move forward after facing strong opposition from the people of Cataño and local leaders. Now, we're moving to Calley, where a lot of people congregate and walk through the Gruta de Nuestra Señora de Lourdes on Good Friday. Officials say people travel on foot from different towns, some walking 7 to 8 hours. Many pilgrims begin their journey early in the morning to pray and reflect. Community members along the route also tradition has taken for decades and continue to attract large numbers of people each year coming to Calley to the Gruta de Nuestra Señora de Lourdes on Good Friday. Now, we're gonna let you guys with my partner, Dylan. Thank you.
Thank you, Galan. Now for some sports updates. Good afternoon. My name is Diego Nieves, and I'll be informing you of some recent sports events. Alyssa Liu, a figure skater for the United States, recently won a gold medal at the 2026 Olympics. After showcasing a show using a song from popular artists as Leve and Pink Panthers, her performance was exemplary and definitely stunning to the judges. Her sportsmanship and caring attitude were visible from miles away with the way she treated her competitors and how she acted in interviews. Many people had different feelings about her social status and her age, but many agreed on one thing about her. Her hair was a stunning part from her performance, to the point that it was influencing many people to even dye their hair like hers. Recently, there's been an absolute uproar over basketball player Bam Adebayo and the famous record that he broke. Bam Adebayo is a player for the Miami Heat, and he recently broke Kobe Bryant's 81-point record. Kobe Bryant, before he died, held the record of 81 points scored by him in one singular game, and many of his fans use it as a permanent memory of his skill. But on March 10th in 2026, Bam scored 83 points against the Washington Wizards, being the third person to hold this record. Many fans were not happy in multiple ways, from making memes and accusing him of being a fraud, to many threats being directed at him and his family for seeing Kobe's spotlight. He definitely is a loved and hated player at this moment, but he is officially the talk of basketball for a good while, until Kobe fans decide to find something else to hate on. Chess player Magnus Carlsen decided to participate in the Esports Championship of Chess of 2026 again, after following his recent win in last year's tournament. Magnus showed some insecurity and lack of confidence in multiple interviews, which is very unorthodox for him, since he is normally a very indifferent and nonchalant. But this World Cup shows a lot of promise, as it pits up multiple rivals and losers from last year that have a bone to pick with Carlsen. One player that shines above the most in this feud is Hikaru Nakamura, showing a distaste and a need to win the $1,500,000 cash prize after losing to Carlsen in the deciding match. This year has some high expectations in these following matches, with many wondering if Magnus can even win flawlessly another year. But that's enough about sports. Now, off to some recent movie news by my friend Carlos.
Good morning, my name is Carlos Feliciano and I will be providing you with the latest news about the film industry. To start off, I would like to talk about a recent box office success, Project Hail Mary. The movie released on March 20th and has so far made over $300 million at the global box office. This film is an adaptation of a novel by Andy Weir and stars Ryan Gosling as the protagonist. The movie revolves around a man who suddenly awakens inside a spaceship with no recollection of who he is or how he ended up in such situations. With such amazing reviews and monetary success, many people are considering this project a modern masterpiece. Next, we have the recently released trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day. On March 18th, Marvel Studios and Sony decided to give their fans their first official look at the new Spider-Man movie. The movie appears to be a more grounded and personal story that focuses on the aftermath of No Way Home. This will be a long-awaited return to form for the character. Remember to stay tuned for the movie later this summer on July 31st. And lastly, the sequel to 2023's Super Mario movie officially released in theaters on April 1st. It is expected to reach number 1 at the global box office, although critics are disappointed with the film's quality. Even though critics are disappointed with the film's quality, it still helps solidify Nintendo's place in the filmmaking industry. That will be all the news I have for you today. Now it's time for Joshua to inform you all about the latest news on the music industry.
Thank you, Carlos, for an update on our favorite movies. Taylor Swift fan backlash. Taylor Swift recently sparked online debates after fans criticized new ticket pricing and limited pre-sale access for upcoming shows. Many supporters claimed the prices were too high and accused the system of favoring resellers. Social media quickly filled with mixed reactions, with some defending Swift and others calling for fairer ticket prices. The discussion also reignited concerns about content affordability and fan accessibility. Despite the controversy, Swift's team has not announced any major changes. Kanye West social media controversy. Kanye West is trending again after posting a series of statements on social media that divided fans and critics. Some followers support his comments, while others called them offensive and unnecessary. The post quickly went viral and led to renewed debates about accountability in the music industry. Several bands and collaborators were reportedly dissing themselves following the backlash. West has not issued a full clarification, keeping the controversy active online. Drake diss and feud rumors. Drake fueled speculation of a new music feud after previewing a track and fans believe targets another major artist. The lyrics hinted at industry drama and quickly spread across TikTok and Instagram. Listeners began analyzing every line, trying to identify who the song was aimed at. Some fans were excited about potential rap battle, while others say the tension feels unnecessary. Neither Drake nor the rumored artist have officially confirmed the feud.
Thank you, Joshua. Now for news on rising global conflicts from reporter Jonathan Figueroa. In international news, tensions between Israel and Iran have continued to raise concerns around the world. Military actions and political threats between the two countries have increased fears of wider regional conflict. Global leaders are watching closely because conflicts like these can affect oil prices, trade routes, and international stability. Even though these events happen far away, they can still affect people in Puerto Rico. Global conflicts can increase fuel prices and shipping costs, which may raise the price of food, gas, and other goods on the island. Experts say this shows how international events can impact everyday life, even for people living thousands of miles away. Now, for an update on Epstein's case. For those of you who don't know, Epstein was a wealthy financier who was accused of running a network that exploited underage girls. Even after his death in 2019, investigations and lawsuits connected to his activities continue. Recently, settlements and court actions connected to banks and organizations linked to Epstein could provide millions of dollars in compensation to victims. These cases continue to raise questions about who helped enable these crimes and how systems fail to protect their victims. That's a look at news around the world and how they connect to us here at home. Reporting for today's news update, thank you for watching.